Welcome to Across the Lift, or we're mourning the loss of our friend, the TKC-80 tire.
Only in this country.
Only in this
They'll be
country.
selling them in Europe because they don't have the DOT squad that canceled them out in this country.
Apparently they care about Americans more than anybody else. Or maybe their reputation in America.
We're not happy about the fact we can't buy 90-21s and some of the other TKC-80 tires anymore.
So they're selling the
18
rest.
months, they said, probably 12 to 18 months.
Yeah.
What the rep said today.
They recalled the 4.0 18 and the 21-inch tire.
The 90-21.
Now they're selling the rest of their stock and never introducing the TKC-80.
Well, they're saying they're going to come out with an updated TKC-80, which we said maybe would be the TKC-81.
Yeah.
80 and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else has come out with new tires. Hyde now has the Ranger on top of the Scout, and everybody keeps coming out. And the TKC-80's been out for a million years. But it's a great tire.
The Ranger looks great.
Yeah.
I even like the font they used on the side of the
Well,
tire.
what we're already seeing is that the back tire lasts, but the front tire doesn't get. You don't get much longevity out of it.
Out of the Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really the rear that I noticed. I was like, that looks really good. Just nothing has the look, that aggressive
The
look,
TKC-80.
but it was so good on the road for looking so aggressive.
Right. It wasn't thumpy. It was very forgiving. You could ride it from edge to edge. You got good feel out of it. Problem was you just didn't get many miles out of it. But, if you're going to have a tire that's going to be real good in the dirt, it's just not going to last on the road. So you can't have everything.
Yeah.
It's a two up, it's a 2,200, 2,400 mile tire. Solo, it's a 3,000 mile tire, and it's not a knobby anymore. So it is what it is.
You can get Shinkos, but those wear
They rail really quickly. Yep.
Which is, you get a lot of grip at the start of the tire.
Well, yeah, but that grip that you're wearing out is on the street.
Yeah.
And where you run them is in the dirt. So, you can buy the TKC 70, which is barely an off-road tire. We got a set of them over here. We're putting on a 1200 GS this week, but
that doesn't.
It's a road tire.
It doesn't have the look.
I agree. I mean, not a whole lot of stuff does have the look.
No.
So we're mourning the loss of the look.
I am still freezing from that test ride.
It's not even cold out. You can tell you're from Georgia.
Yeah, I'm not from Georgia, but
But you've become acclimated.
I like two winters down here, and I lost that cold skin.
You want me to get the heat gun and you can sit on it.
I don't know if I'll sit on it. You can.
I can hold
keep
it
my
out
hands.
here. We can warm your fingers up. You can move them around.
I also don't have winter gloves, so that's a thing.
Well, I've got some. You should have borrowed them from me.
Yeah, it's just.
It's 50 degrees out. You go 60 miles an hour, it gets nipply in a heartbeat.
It does,
Yep.
and the problem with the winter gloves, they're just so thick. And when you're test riding a bike and you're not used to the bike and you're not used to where the
I like
clutch
mittens
engages.
anyway because they're warmer, keeping your hands together.
Yeah.
No wind in between each of the fingers. But yeah, you're right. It's
one-
tough to do it.
It's
tough.
one thing to ride with real thick gloves on your own bike,
I
which
agree.
you know, and then
Fiddling around at the handle controls and trying to get your feet in the right place and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Yep.
big old. Maybe we should just. You can take hippo hands off easily, right?
Yeah, but the thing that makes the most sense to me is they make a heated pad. There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of blood in your ass. And if you heat your ass up, it keeps your core warm, and that makes a big difference. That's why so many people had heated seats. You can buy a little piece of rubber about this thick, but we have one in here, and you sit on it, you plug it in, and it's for a snowmobile. And it keeps you warm because it keeps bottom of your legs warm and your ass warm, and your core is warm, and you don't get that freezing stuff. And they're like $30, and you can take it from one bike to the just plug them into the accessory plug and turn them on.
I should just stuff one in my
Stuff
pants.
in your pants. There you go.
And whenever I get cold, I'll just walk to an outlet and
You could probably get a battery operated one.
That would work.
We didn't get any questions. You didn't ask anybody anything.
I didn't ask any questions.
Well, don't ask me no questions. I won't tell you no lies.
We're going to be doing this live.
That's right. We're going to be doing this live the first week of March, is it?
Yeah, there's an art gallery in Athens, Athica.
Athica. We're doing it in front of a live audience.
Nathan built the building. You have to be careful with Nathan and places around town because you'll be like, "Have you been there?" And he's like, "I built it in the '80s." Yeah, that place, I built it.
That wasn't in the 80s. It was in the 2000s. I bought the whole building in '01.
When did you build the Chase Street warehouse?
That's in '01.
Okay, '01.
And I built. It took me a couple of years to do that. I got the 2005 Clark County Historic Restoration Award for that building.
Yeah, but this isn't Chase.
This is in the same place.
I thought it was down the street where it's right next to Pulaski Heights.
It's in the Chase warehouses.
Are you sure?
I'm dead sure. I bought it and built it and spent a bunch of time in there.
Okay.
I know exactly where it is.
I thought they moved, and they moved right next to Pulaski Heights Barbecue. We'll have an update with the location, or we won't.
We'll know one of these days.
You won't be driving.
We don't know
around.
where we're going yet, but we know when we're going.
Yeah.
Yes. So check out Athica's website.
Yeah.
And you'll see a smiling face of Mikey and myself somewhere.
We could put it on the website.
We should do that.
Yeah.
And we should thank Christina, who's been helping us put all this together. She's the impetus behind all that.
Yeah.
She's excited and dedicated. And
are we gonna bring bikes there?
Yeah, they want us to bring a couple of bikes.
Yeah. Well, we got the gray bike still that we could bring there. That's
we do, and we could bring my old gray bike and put them next to each other.
We got to get it rolling.
We may still have the R51, the R67. I mean, the 51 R67 then too, because. Chad's not picking it up until probably the first week in March, so it depends on when all this happens.
That bike belongs in the museum.
I agree.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. We could probably do some other stuff too.
We could bring all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We could bring your bike, but it doesn't run, so we'd have to push it there.
It truly is a piece of art. You can't ride it.
Well, it was crazy that we have this really nice R67, and the man who owned it paid us a lot of money to make it run right and be first kick and everything, and then we sold it to a guy in Beverly Hills who, when I asked him if he wanted me to do anything for it while I was here, he said, "Yeah, take all the fluids out of it." And I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, I don't know how to ride a bike. I'm just going to put it in my living room." So, when I told the guy who owned it, he was, I spent all that money to make it run right. We took a video of it and cold start video and driving it around. He's going to put it in his living room. I said, "Hey, it's his motorcycle. He can do whatever he wants with it. He paid a lot of money for it. He can do whatever he wants with it."
And
this was ironic.
And with a bike like that, I am 100% fine with no one riding it. As he's going to keep it in an air-conditioned space, so it's going to be rideable.
I asked him if he was going to take a piece of glass and put it over and eat on it. And he said he'd think about that.
It's his new coffee table. There you go.
Real conversation piece.
Yeah, it's not like putting a R65 in your living room where it's like some person could be out there, having a summer of their life on it.
Right.
It's kind of a.
I just thought it was kind of ironic.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It is. No, it's funny.
So.
But at the same time, it probably wouldn't have sold. There's something about having the bike running. That's
we got great comments on it, and a lot of people liked it. This guy was the third bidder. The first guy kind of flaked out. The second guy broke his shoulder or something and was in the hospital. This guy bought it. Like I said, he was in Munich or Berlin or someplace. He went to a BMW museum and saw those bikes. And then we had one for sale, so we bought it on Bring a Trailer.
Yeah.
And then he's going to put it in his living room. So,
very cool. I've got a lot of good film photos of it.
Oh, okay.
My girlfriend bought me a film camera for Christmas. And I shot a roll on it. I haven't posted. I'm trying to do trying to get an article in the airmail. I just got to write it first.
Well, now that our buddy Duck is the big cheese in the air,
we've
got an in.
I probably wouldn't have done it before, but save all those photos. I think I might have talked about that last time. It's been a while. Sorry, I was out there living my life.
Like I said before, we need to make this consistent, either once a month, every other week, or something like that, so that people stop calling us and bugging us about when the next one's going to be. So
I guess we could record one and then not release it for a week. I just don't want to get to the point where I'm like, no, I can't do that thing I really want to do because I gotta edit.
I wanted to do the Kebra thing so we could talk about some of our projects as part of Across the Lift. We could look at what we're working on, point out some things, as well as have just conversation sitting here. I think that would add a lot to it, and people could see a little more about what we're doing in the shop.
Yeah.
So,
that's great.
we just built the transmission for a guy in Ghana.
I just don't want to
So he wants to see what we're doing.
Yeah. I just don't want to do it during the day because I got enough stuff to do.
So I think probably next week we're going to take Leslie's new Grom with the knobby tires out to the National Forest and go riding.
Ah, the one right back here?
No, we're going to go up into the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's been too muddy and the weather's been kind of shitty.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
You should take a video of. I want to see.
Well, we got that
riding
GoPro that Borland sent us. We should take that with us.
Do it. Figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, I'll be behind her. It'll be funny watching her drive around.
You know, it might be great.
She'll have fun. That's why we're doing it. She wants to ride, but I don't want to put her back on the street. It's nice being in the woods. We've been riding in the woods together for years on one bike. Now we'll do it on two.
Yeah.
And if you fall down, you get dirty. Nobody runs you over. It's pleasant to stop by the streams, bring a picnic lunch, and we park the truck someplace and drive around for the day. And
I think a big thing about being out in the middle, you can go as slow as you want.
Well, sure, that's part of it too.
So if you're uncomfortable,
if you go slow, you pull over, the guy drives by, waves to thank you, and it goes by, and he's only going 35 miles an hour here in the National Forest. So
if you feel like you can only do 20 miles per hour, that's all you need to do.
Well, that's one of the reasons we're going. It's a low stress motorcycle adventure type thing. So it'll be fun. We used to do a lot together on one bike for years. We did that, but now she'll have her own bike. I'll ride her little DR 200.
How big are the tires on the Grom?
They're 14-inch, I think, or 12 or 14.
And they make knobbies for it?
Oh yeah, we got knobbies on it. We put knobbies on it as soon as we bought it.
Huh.
The place we bought it from was trying to figure out who would put knobbies on it, and then when I came to pick it up, they go, "Oh,
yeah,
you're tied up with this."
At Cycle World, yeah.
Yeah. No wonder now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knobbies on it.
Well, they got all kinds of Grom kits you can buy to turn them into scramblers, and
the Grom is great. It's just the world needs a Grom.
It's 125cc,
How much are they?
125.
The problem is they don't make enough because.
Well, you can't. Right, you could pay more for a used one than a new one. We lucked out because we know the guys up there, and we got a decent deal, and we got it in about 3 weeks, and it was what we wanted, and But yeah, we looked around, and for $2,000 more, we could have bought a used one. But
no, I think. And that's something like people are like, why don't young people ride? And it's like, where are all the cheap bikes? It seems like even like a KLR 650, I haven't seen like a newish one for sale in a long time.
They're still reasonably priced. They're around $7,000, which is pretty reasonable.
That's reasonable.
Well, I'm just saying, in terms of what you pay nowadays for anything.
Yeah.
You can buy an R1250 GS for $28,000 if you want, or 1250 KTM, or there's all kinds of high dollar big bikes out there, and they're all lots of money. So I think it's great. I mean, we did well with the economy scramblers because we were able to get bikes in people's hands who wanted them but didn't have deep pockets, and they were bits of bikes for us. And
looking back on that especially that first bike we sold for. No, the R75.
Okay.
We sold that for not very much money.
Well, look, the Monoshock R80 that your girlfriend at the time bought, we sold that for like $2,200, $2,400. We ran that
$2,000.
Yeah, we said if you never had one, it was $2. If you had one and sold it, was $22. And if you still had some, it was $24. And it sold at a heartbeat. We sold it the day after, or same day we got it.
I was just kind of tired of bikes getting swallowed up by people who already had a bunch of bikes, and I figured there's, if people have that much money to buy that many bikes, maybe they should pay a little bit more. I know
we have one now, at R100 that Garrett's working on. It's got the controls off Japanese bike on there. It's got that gray tag on it.
Oh yeah.
It's a 40 millimeter bike, and we're almost done with it, and it'll be going up for sale. We don't know
it's
what we're
a
going
40
to do.
millimeter bike.
Yeah, it's a 70 horsepower all-100.
What year is it? Is it a post
77, 78. Yeah, it's an Ate front end bike. It's not a Brembo. It's pre-81.
Does it have spoked wheels on it?
I don't remember. Garrett, it's in the other room there. Garrett's been working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be a relatively inexpensive bike. We sold a bunch of them on eBay. $3,500, $4,000 is what majority of them sell for. We made money on them, and we got them out to people. We still got the one here we're doing for the guy in California waiting on the bars. One guy from Tennessee came and picked one up, and they sell quickly, and we don't make a lot, but we make money. We get paid for our time on them. We get them out there, so that's part of the whole idea.
Yeah.
Get the bikes in people's hands.
You get them while they're young, and then
the bikes or the people.
The people, and then they come back. And
when they're real successful and I'm in the grave, be good for you.
Oh yeah. This is my
I got
jam.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, you'll be idolized as the guy who sold them, the only guy who would sell them a bike they could afford.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in the poorhouse.
Oh, what's our sign off gonna be?
We don't even have a sign on. How can we have a sign off if we don't have a sign on?
I like not having an open, because then I get to choose a clip and I get to cut it up, and I think I usually make it kind of funny. I just didn't want to end it the way I did
the last one,
time,
which was like somebody slit your throat and all of a sudden it was done.
Yeah, it was like
I can say it.
It was like me saying,